Welcome back. We continued our conversation this morning, and just as we enjoyed some music from the BIT band, we were joined in studio by Karongo Wadhangwa, also an aspirant for the Kiambu Senate seat. He's the current MCA for Ngewa Ward in Kiambu. Karongo Wadhangwa went against incumbent Senator Kimani Wamatangi in the race for the Jubilee Party ticket and failed to clinch that ticket. He's also going... He insists he will be on the ballot come August 8th, and he has to do it as an independent candidate. Now we do have two gentlemen who are going for this elective seat as independent candidates, and that's what we want to understand, because that's a big headline on the Daily Nation. Big Guns sick poll rematch as independents, and gentlemen, you qualify as big guns. The seats that you're going for, you're a sitting MCA, you're a former cabinet minister, you're going for a governor's seat in Migori County, definitely big guns. But now, the cost of campaigns, you've already spent so much money. Just even, for example, how much did you have to pay for just to run, seeking the ODM party ticket? There's a fee you have to pay for that.
I paid 500,000 to be able to run. I also paid 30,000 in arrears of my life membership of ODM.
Yes. So a total of 530,000 shillings just to be allowed to run for that seat,
yes. And
you failed to clinch that ticket. That is besides the campaign funds that you spent. How much did you pay?
I paid 250,000 plus another 150,000 as arrears of being an MCA through TNA. Yes. So I paid 400,000.
400,000.
Yes.
Now, let's say, how much had you spent in terms of campaigning for that nomination process?
I didn't use much money. I think I'm going to be an example that you can be elected without money. You can be elected without, being well endowed. Because I didn't use much. Actually, the much I used was in media campaign, probably advertising. And during the election time, the media, they hike the rate because it is a 1 in 5 years time. Yes.
We have to get paid.
So, but that's true. But I used probably less than 2 million.
Yeah, 2 million might sound like some small amount.
Compared to what my competitors used,
yes.
Compared to how they were flashing their campaign, mine, I can say, is a drop in the ocean.
We did have
but of
one
course
particular
it is a
candidate.
lot from me.
Yes.
Yes.
We did have one particular candidate who ran for parliamentary seat and lost. He said he spent 29 million shillings, and that was yesterday. How much do you think, a rough estimate of what you spent just campaigning for that during that period for the nominations?
A lot of money. Let me say that I have been campaigning for more than 1 year. But the last days, the last 2 weeks of nominations, about 20 million Kenya shillings.
20 million.
But it's not, if you are a popular candidate, the way I believe I'm a popular candidate, it's not for you to look for the money yourself. You get sponsorship by many people, many well-wishers. I remember the last a few days when I was looking for money to have my agents paid up. People volunteered and paid up for half the agents. I have 40 wards. For about 29 wards, there were volunteers who were paying money for the agents and taking care of them. When you're running for a seat, you do not run on the basis that you're rich or you're poor. You're running on the basis of who is ready to stake it out for you, who is ready to vote for you and also to sponsor you. So we got sponsored.
When you look back and you see how much you've spent, could that be the reason why you say, no, I have to be on the ticket come August, I cannot just let that money go like that?
No.
I think for me is to give the people of Kiambu what's theirs, meaning their democratic right was taken away, because I believe even from what happened there, the people of Kiambu know I am the winner in a senatorial nomination in Kiambu, but something somewhere, due to the delay, something happened, because I always tell people they had to announce the result of governor, they had to announce the results of women rep, they announced the MCAs, they announced the MPs, but for senator it was the last one, and it was done way late at night. Actually, people slept knowing that Karungo Wathangwa is a senator, only to wake up in the morning and find something different. So the only reason I'm running again is actually it's two reasons. One reason is for the people of Kiambu to exercise the democratic right again with a different referee. And this referee is going to be IEBC, and I believe is a credible body that will oversee these elections, and we will get the true outcome. Number two, I do appreciate the work that the president has done in this country by uplifting the youth, by giving them an opportunity. But some people somewhere way down below want to quash his efforts. So I'm running for the sake of the youth of this country and for the sake of the president, because I believe as I campaign, I'm going to be campaigning for him. And I will let the youth come out and vote for him. 178,000 votes is not a joke for an MCA, knowing that I was running against 9 very rich and those who are doing big campaigns more than myself. I could not even afford posters. Volunteers could make posters. I could be told, hey, I have seen your poster somewhere. I didn't make them. Somebody probably did that for me. So that's the only reason I'm running again.
20 billion shillings, Wanawaziri, is not a small amount. Are you sure that is not pushing you towards just making sure that you're on the ballot?
No, it's not. We are not driven by the money. In any event, my money in the 20 million shillings was just a fraction. But I'm telling you that I'm a seasoned politician. Politics is about leadership. Politics is about the desired destination. You must envision where you want to be. You must be dissatisfied with where you are, the status quo. And everybody has to struggle for that. If you are a person who abhors poverty, you abhor bad governance, and you abhor disease, and you abhor corruption, and you see that these things are getting entrenched and they are getting devolved, it is something that you cannot sit back. It has no value. It has you cannot quantify the comfort of your sitting room in terms of financial value just because there is some money to be spent. A lot of people actually believe in us. A lot of people believe that there should be change. So I want to first state that I did not lose the primaries. The primaries were not conducted. If you look at the verdict of the National Appeals Tribunal of ODM, which was made on the 28th of April, it was decided that the primaries were so bungled that there was no certain winner. In other words, there should have been a repeat, or a more democratic process should have been put in place to pick the winner. Now, since the party failed to conduct what would be called a proper primary, then you take it to the people, and the people, will have it superintended by an independent body with the capacity, with the resources to be able to handle it. Now, when you are running the primaries, you will find, like my brother here, perhaps in Kiambu, just like in Migori, those who belong to political parties and who are active are just a fraction of the population. Most people are independent, and independent people are also voters. So if his victory or his potential or my potential was bungled by a few people who were being manipulated by other few people, you take it to the larger court of justice, which is people, and sovereignty rests with the people. I believe that the people have a right to determine who becomes their governor, who becomes their president, who becomes their senator on the August 8th this year.
Yet you cannot rule out the impact or the political capital that comes with belonging to a political party. And for your case, in the larger Nyanza, ODM is a party that speaks. In Kiambu, Jubilee is a party that determines anything. And that's why I assume you wanted that those respective parties' tickets. Don't you think you are at a disadvantage in Nyanza when you're not vying on an ODM party ticket, in Kiambu when you're not on a Jubilee party ticket? There must be a disadvantage. You're starting from a few steps behind your opponent. Reading or looking at the just concluded primaries, you can see people are going for the person. They were not going for money. They were not going for association. They were going for that particular person.
So by us going independent, the people know what they want. So of course I believe Jubilee will have an upper hand probably because of they will have the machinery, they will have probably other Jubilee gurus running against
they will have the president who will come to Kiambu and campaign for the Jubilee Party candidate.
Probably that will be the same, but I think the president also knows, you know, and he understands that yes, the Jubilee primaries were free and fair to some extent, and he understands that point. But there are those cases, that's why there are tribunals, you know, and you have seen that the tribunal has not solved so many cases, or at least it has not overturned. The only case that we know it has overturned is that one of Jaguar, but the others are upholding what the PROs said. So what I'm trying to say is that the people know what happened, because the win that they have taken away, it's not my win, it's the people's win. And we're going back to the same people. The only thing that is changing, as I said, is only the referee. The field is the same, the spectators are the same, the voters are the same. So, and I should even tell the Jubilee candidates, those who are running against the independent or vice versa, that if they know very well they won fairly and squarely, why worry over independent candidate?
But look at it this way, and this is one of the risks that you face, or rather the challenges that you face, that when, for example, ODM party leader comes to campaign in Nyanza, on the podium, he will allow the ODM candidate to speak. Of course, that says something. When the president comes to Kiambu to campaign for Jubilee,
I will follow him. I will go where he is.
But will you be allowed to speak on the podium with the president when there is a Jubilee candidate there?
Now, I want to tell you, as far as Migori matters I'm concerned, I'm also a brand. I am a brand in my own right.
I am also need the ODM party leader to give you a push.
No, what I'm trying to say, I'm a brand in my own right. I am a seasoned politician, and I am a founder member, number 6 of ODM. I am a person whose ideals and values are fairly obvious, and I want to tell you that yes, ODM is a formidable party in Migori County and most parts of Nyanza, but if you look at the elections in 2013 in Migori County, ODM lost the gubernatorial seat because of bungled primaries. Migori is a very diverse county. It's a fragile county, and it's something that you can not ignore. When Honorable Raila Odinga will come to Migori to campaign, you will find that the general public in Migori are quite enthusiastic about him. They will support him to the hilt. But they are also quite enthusiastic about some other players, and I'm one of them. So these are some of the things that he will have to navigate around. Personally, I know that I'm in comfort zone, particularly when I'm dealing with the residents of Migori, because people know that I'm not fighting ODM. I'm an independent person, so at the presidential level, I will go by the wishes of the people. At the level of the governor, I have majority of the people who will go with me, and there is in the conflict. The whole idea of running as an independent candidate is to be grounded on the people's aspiration, the people's belief, and not to antagonize the main players on other issues.
And that's the thing, when it comes to antagonizing, especially the party leaders, because on the story we just ran on Citizen TV, and there are quite a number of disgruntled supporters of yourself who are already speaking against the ODM party leader, saying ODM party primaries were bungled, Raila should not bring us his own candidate. They're already speaking that kind of language. Doesn't that put you at in a collision course with the ODM party leader? And does that not present a problem for you as an independent
candidate? No, it doesn't. One of the things I believe in, and it is a value that I have fought for the whole of my life, is the freedom of expression. Every person has the right to freely express what they think. If some people are talking about what they are talking about, and I may not necessarily agree with them. I actually don't agree with them insofar as they are critical or they are criticizing Raila Odinga, but it's not my duty to muzzle them. Let them speak what they want to speak, let them decide what they want to decide, let them vent out their anger, but I want to say that in Migori County, by and large, that is Raila Odinga's turf, and I'm running for governor of Migori County. I am not running a presidential campaign. There is no conflict between me and Raila Odinga. It's just that ODM did not carry out proper primaries. And since they did not carry out proper primaries, I think they have lost it to the people. The people have taken over leadership, and the people are going to vote their governor, and they will also vote their preferred president, who in my view is Raila Odinga.
Yes. Now, Bwana Karongo Odhango, how do you feel when you going out to campaign? Of course, you're campaigning for President Uhuru Kenyatta as well, yet the president will not campaign for you.
You see, the president himself, and I respect him very much because he's a role model, and especially to myself. I think there's no problem there, because it is not my own making that I decided to go independent. It's the people who told me, hey, they did what they did, please come back to us, we still have the votes. And I believe the president of this republic, His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, deserves another chance to liberate this country and to take it to greater heights. And I always say, I will campaign for him before I campaign for myself, because with him at the post, all Kenyans in this country have benefited, and I believe he's the best.
Yet he cannot return the favor and will actually be campaigning for a different candidate?
Because I'm not expecting to be campaigned for by anyone, if I have to say that. Because people's made. You know, as you know from an MCA, one-time MCA, I've never been in politics before. I have come all the way to the senator. I've even got, if you add up all the votes all the MPs in Kiambu County got, if you add up, they never came close to what I got. So you can see this is a kind of a generation, we are trying to change the way politics are. So I am asking the president, because I believe he really works hard to uplift the youth.
Plus he's watching this show.
Yeah, Mr. President, this is a young man, an MCA, who is running to be the senator of Kiambu County. And believe you me, those who really who are counting votes, they never give me everything. So let the youth of this country have this chance. And I believe where he is, because he believes in the youth of this country, he will give us a chance. And about him not campaigning for me, I believe that is fair, because he belongs to Jubilee Party. And I'm also saying I'm Jubilee at heart. You see, even colors, I'm having Jubilee colors. And I'm Jubilee at heart. It's only that I'm using the independent ticket, which is, in Swahili, is Tiketi Huru, for Uhuru. You know, I'm just using this independent ticket to give the people of Kiambu another chance to exercise their democratic right. And I'm telling you, come August 08, the person will have more votes than anybody else is going to be the senator of Kiambu County, Karongo Odhango, because it's going to be a protest vote.
Do you think you have any advantage, if at all, by running as an independent candidate?
I believe so, because as I said, I'm people's mate. The people got votes. The people are asking me, come back again. I've been fighting for them since I was elected as an MCA. I've been standing by them, not only in my ward, the whole of Kiambu County. And that's why even after using that little money, after not having posters enough for everybody to see that I'm running, I was able to get 178,000 votes against Wamatangi, whom they said he got 200,006. That is a gap of about 28,000 votes. And if you look at all the constituencies, I led in 8 constituencies out of 12. So you can see the people of Kiambu, that is a majority vote. 8 constituencies had spoken. It's only that the 4 had also spoken, but that is where they manipulated the votes. So what I'm trying to say is that as Karongo Odhango myself, I am not coming in because I'm being brought by somebody. I don't have even a lot of money. It is what I stand for and what the people of Kiambu believe I stand for. That's why they want me to be their senator, so that I can safeguard their finances, so that I can stand with them till the end. And I believe in August, the election in Kiambu County is going to be for 2 people, because they have already elected their governor, they have elected their women rep. So in the county, the election is going to be for 2 people. The president of this country Honorable Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and myself as the senator of Kiambu County.
Do you think after the bungled ODM primaries, especially in Nyanza, that now by detaching yourself from that party that you're at an advantage?
I think it is 50-50. I want to say that a lot of people who were supposed to be declared the winners were not declared the winner. In other words, if you sample the thinking of most of the people in Migori County, they really are waiting for August 8th to do it. Now, they want this second chance, and they want to vote for the people they prefer. So by running as an independent person, I am offering to the voters an opportunity to now look at, drill down on the individual and say, what is each individual offering? If you look at the person that currently is preferred by ODM, this is a person who ought not to have been given the certificate, and I'll tell you why. The same party that has given him the certificate found him guilty of violence and fined him 2 million shillings. What the public expected out there was, a more punitive action to be taken against him. But the boardroom officials who were doing this were kind of friendly to him and did that to him. So the advantage I have as an independent candidate is that the voter is going to, telescope, is going to look at each person, look at the agenda of each person, and say who is offering the voter the best choice, and that's advantageous without carrying the party baggage.
Let's say you finally win and become governor of Migori County as an independent candidate. Then now most of the MCAs will be affiliated probably to ODM. How do you manage that? Because you still have to work with a number of MCAs who are affiliated to a totally different...
Let me tell you, when you are in Migori County, there is nobody more ODM than I am when it comes to belief.
So after you win, you'll just go back to ODM?
Not necessarily. People believe, people know the values we have. ODM is a social democratic party. People know that I am a person who believes in social democracy. I believe in inclusivity. I believe in fairness, in equity, all that. To run government with the majority of people who are elected on ODM or on any other party is a question of give and take. It's a question of negotiations and compromise.
Does it put you at a disadvantage?
No, it doesn't. Members of the county assembly, they represent the same people who vote for you. They will want delivery of services and effective government. They'll also want an accountable person who will account to them. As long as you have principles that make you accountable to the people, principles that make you effective as a manager of county resources, you are not going to have conflict with anybody. I know that one of the skills you require as a leader of a county is to be able to manage diversity, to be able to negotiate and compromise, and those are qualities that are ingrained in me.
Okay, gentlemen, I want to give you a final few seconds to give your final words, but from what we saw yesterday, quite a number, in fact thousands of people want to run as independents this time, and the running joke is that no one lost during the party primaries, that everyone won, it was only stolen from them. As you make your final comment, don't you think that the claim that some of you could just simply be in denial, that you don't believe you lost, and you just believe, like thousands of others who still want to run as independents, that they definitely won, and probably it will not go their way eventually? Final comment.
I think that question of being in denial can only be well answered on 8th of August 2017, because that is when we will prove people wrong, those who believe we are running for the sake of it. And as I said myself, I don't have much resources, so even running is going to be a bit of expense, an expensive affair for me. So I'm saying that we are doing, or we are following the will of the people, and the will of the people is the will of God. What I would want to tell the people of Kiambu, yes, I was cleared yesterday as an independent candidate by the ORPP, that is the Registrar of Political Parties. I submitted my logo and my letter to IEBC, now waiting for IEBC to gazette my name, probably by 13th of May. And we are coming down to campaign once the IEBC gives a green light, and we will go to every corner of Kiambu County telling people to come out and vote for the president and vote for their senator, because I'm the people's senator. I believe that. So mine is to say that those who are running independent, and especially those who had were contesting the results, I believe they deserve a fair chance. And I believe, and I agree with what the president said yesterday, that if you lost, you better leave it. Yeah, he said that. If you lost, just wait. Yeah, that is true. If you lost, but I did not lose. I did not lose. I was shortchanged. So he hasn't given us a direction.
As a loser.
I'm not a loser. So for the loser, yes. But for those who are shortchanged, we have another chance to give and liberate the people of Kiambu and the people of Kenya.
Finally, Wanazir, final words.
Yeah, thank you very much. I don't think that we lost, and we will be vindicated on the 8th of August. I want to say that when you run as an independent, and when that was inserted in the constitution of our country, and it is in other constitutions, it is a testimony that democracy must evolve and must be rich. You will find that in certain areas people are leaning towards one political party, and in other areas they are leaning towards a different political party. But in other areas there may be strong personalities who hold certain beliefs, who add certain values to the political process, who deserve to run as independents. So if there was any loss to anybody in the process that was carried out in Migori County, then Migori County lost the participation of Ochilo as an ODM candidate. But Migori County is richer with Ochilo as an active politician running for a gubernatorial seat, because they will have an opportunity to vote for me on the August of 8th. I want to say that democracy keeps on evolving in this country. Democracy has evolved in the U.S. If you look at the U.S. primaries, you remember Bernie Sanders. He's an independent but affiliated to the Democrats. I am an independent but affiliated to ODM in terms of belief. So you're still affiliated to ODM? Yes, in terms of belief and association. So my county has really good options, and I want to tell you that you are looking at the governor of Migori County between 2017 and 2022 on an independent ticket, and those who believe in the values of ODM, which are social democratic values, will get it in me.
Okay. Well, there you have it. They did not lose, and they'll be vindicated come August the 8th. That has been Ochilo Ayako, aspirant for the Migori governor's seat. He'll be running as an independent. Also, Karongo Wadhangwa, who is aspiring to be the next senator for Kiambu County, also going for it as an independent. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for that. Well, that wraps it up for Power Breakfast this morning. On behalf of my co-host, Joey Mudengi, my name is Freddie Ndimuli. I'll leave you with a BIT band. Good morning.